All right, by this point, you've probably already heard the term MCP to the point of nausea, but you might not have built one yourself. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to wrap any REST APIs as MCP server. And then we're going to test the server we just built in both Claude Desktop and Postman. Let's get started. How to wrap any REST APIs as a MCP server. One, we're going to first set up a new project. Step 2, we're going to implement the APIs. And step 3, we're going to use a package called FastMCP to build our MCP server. And step 4, we're going to test our server in both Claude Desktop and Postman. Let's dive a little bit deeper to our plan. In step 1, project setup, I will use PyCharm as my IDE of choice. We're first going to set up a new project, and then we're going to use UV as the project interpreter, the package manager, as well as how you're going to run the Python script, MCP Python script in the end. And step 2, we're going to implement the two APIs. In this case, I'm going to implement the NASA astronomy picture of the day, as well as the image search APIs. And then we're also going to set up the API keys and save them in the environment variables. And step 3, we're going to use FastMCP to implement the MCP server. The most important two things first is we're going to add a decorator mcp.tool to the endpoints we just implemented. And then we're going to use PyCharm's AI assistant to generate tool descriptions. And finally, step 4 is we're going to test the MCP server we just built in both Claude Desktop and Postman. Now let's start coding. All right, let's get our project set up. So in PyCharm, we're going to click New Project, and we're going to store in 2025. I'm going to call my project as NASA MCP, and be sure to use this customer environment rather than the project virtual environment. We're going to use UV as our project interpreter, and it's really fast and it can handle both dependencies and virtual environment in one go. So once we hit create, now you can see we have our little orange folder virtual environment, and we also have the PyProject TOML file for the dependency management. So this is really nice in PyCharm because you don't ever need to run the source and being activated ever again. Now that our project is set up, let's take a look at NASA APIs. So it's under Browse APIs. We're going to use two endpoints. The first one is APOD, astronomy picture of the day. It's a GET request. And we're also going to use NASA image and the video library. Notice that it's also a GET request. And we're simply just going to perform a search query and get some images back. Now let's write some skeleton code to call those APIs. Let's first create a new directory. So this will be just simulate how normally you will have all your integrated API in one folder, like third-party APIs. And then I'm going to create one file called NASA. Because we're going to make a GET request, so we need request library. And we also wanted to use environment variables. And in the end, we definitely wanted to use the MCP package. So we need to first use UV add Python. So now our project TOML file is also updated. Let's first import the libraries. And we're going to basically store a NASA API key. Let's also create an environment variable. Since both of the requests are a GET request, we could make one function and make use of this in both endpoints. And now let's make use of this. So again, that's a astronomy picture of the day. They require the API key. We read that from environment variables, and date is optional because the endpoint will by default return today's image if no date is provided. For search image, you can actually do pagination, request additional pages, but for this simple case, I'm just going to request one page, and the number of images you want will be equal to this parameters. And since we might request more than one images, it might take a slightly more longer time, and I also have a longer timeout. To quickly try out our endpoints, I like to use Jupyter. That's why I like PyCharm so much. You can run SQL queries, you can have your Jupyter notebook and Python scripts all within the same IDE. We don't really need to have the demo keys because it should read the environment variable itself. All right. That's today's image. Have some date, explanation, and I believe this is the image. Ooh, it looks pretty cool. Okay, now let's try the other one. Let's try Saturn. Okay, I wanted to show you something really cool. Did you know that there is a hexagon in Saturn? Let's look at it. Oh, I think it's called query. And we can try to get size equal to 3. Now let's try look at one of the image. Look at this. It's a hexagon. All right, now looks like everything is working. Our endpoints are good to go. Next, I'm going to use PyCharm's AI assistant to add some docstrings for the API functions. Let's come here, and it's already selecting this. So all I'm going to do is, so this is using PyCharm's 2025 January version. It is really nice, and you can see it has pretty standard and best practice with the arguments, the type of the data you'll return, how do you raise arrows. Yeah, so it's all pretty nice and clear. Let's just simply apply. I'm going to accept all. So one thing I noticed is this example here, it has some like weird format. So let's just remove this. So while I'm here, I'm also going to make some improvements for this API request function. See, we only have very simple try and accept. And what we can do is ask AI actions, new chat using selections, add consistent arrow handle. So one thing is really nice because those are all like pretty well-known best practices. So AI has pretty good knowledge about how to do things, like how do you handle different kind of status code and what kind of error are those. Hopefully you will never need to write this manually ever again. Apply, accept all. Now you can see we have a pretty robust error handling. Now it's time to wrap our NASA APIs in an MCP server. Let's create a new Python file. So the package we're going to use is called FastMCP. And we're also going to use the API endpoints we've already connected. So we're going to now we're going to initialize. So let's first just copy the how do we connect to the endpoints. All we need to do is simply add mcp.tool decorator. That's it. Then we also wanted to include a main function to start the server, and this block is to make sure it runs if we launch the file directly. After all of this, we're going to initiate a new chat. We wanted to basically let AI assistant to help us generate a very nice tool description. Also use apply. Accept all. Now we're ready to test our server using MCP inspector. We're using standard I/O. You will run this command to start this server. Connect. Let's check our tools. Nice, we got descriptions as well. You can also test the tool here. Let's see what's the image for yesterday. Nice, see you got the data back. Let's try the other one. Let's try Mars polar ice cap. Now we verified the server is running in MCP inspector. We can also try some real MCP clients. First, let's try Claude Desktop. We wanted to first check our settings. Go to developer, and you can see right now I only have one MCP, that is the file system. In order to add the NASA MCP server, we need to edit config files, which now currently looks like this. And all I need to do is to add another block. So be sure to use this absolute path. So that's our project folder, and we use run to run this server. And you need to use this -- directory for UV to find it and to run them successfully. Now let's save it. All right, now you can see we have NASA MCP already installed. And another way you can verify is click right here, search and tools. We have NASA MCP. So we can ask what's yesterday's MAPOD. So it has the URL, but it didn't show me the image. If I ask, can you show me 3 images of Mars polar ice cap? If found the right tool again, we'll allow, and it is using the search image data. If we ask, can you show me images? It actually has this. So we can open link. There it is. So this is Mars ice cap. What about other ones? Whoa. All right, we found Mars North Polar Cap. The final step is we're going to try it in Postman. For professional API developer, you're probably pretty familiar with Postman. Now it's pretty funny that even in Postman's official documentation, they only included instruction about how you can run this using TypeScript. But they didn't include any instruction if you developed your MCP server using Python. In order to run this in Postman, all we need to do is create new MCP, and we were going to use the same command we run for Claude Desktop. Let me show you again. This is the argument we want to use. Create a new MCP. Going to use UV. Cool. Now you can see we get the same tools back and nice documentation. Let's try this. Give it a day. Let's try 2022. Nice. We get a full moon image. Let's also try this one. How about Andromeda Galaxy? All right, we also get data back. All right, so we successfully tested the NASA MCP server we built, and it's running properly in both MCP Inspector, Claude Desktop, and Postman. That's a wrap for today. I hope this is helpful for you to build your first MCP server. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or reach out. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.